Hey guys, this is Steve from Nitobi, and I'm going to be showing you how to get the sample PhoneGap application running on BlackBerry Widgets. That's BlackBerry 5.0 and BlackBerry 6.0. So what I want you guys to do is go to wiki.phonegap.com and scroll down to the BlackBerry tutorials section and click on Getting Started with PhoneGap BlackBerry Widgets. So there we go. This is the guide we're following for the rest of this video. So some important information, make sure you read over all of this. I'm just going to jump right into it. So first thing we got to do is install the Java SDK. So click that link and you should end up at the Sun JDK site. And from there, so here's the site, let me show you. Click JDK. And when you're selecting your platform, select Windows. Don't notice how I didn't select the 64-bit. For BlackBerry, we need to use just the 32-bit version of Java JDK. So just select Windows, click Continue, and download it. And once you download it, you want to run the installer, and that's very straightforward. Just let it install wherever it does, and then we should be on to step 3 once you're caught up. So we got to create a Java home environment variable. So how I like to do it is I like to click the start menu, and I like to go to my computer, right click on it, go to properties, and then click advanced system settings. So go ahead and click that. I already have it open right here on my other screen. And then once you see this screen, click environment variables. And we have to create a new one named Java Home. So click New, name it Java Home, and then variable value is right here. If we look at this, this tells us where we installed it. This is like the default install path. So back here I would type this, but that's only if you got version 21 here. Looking at my new install, if I actually go into here, hold on, let me show you. So looking at mine, here's mine. I would go into Program Files, go into Java, JDK, and you see mine said 23. So if I just click up here, mine is actually _23. So you want to make sure you have whatever value yours is, and you want to paste that into the Java home value. When it loads up here, remove this guy back out of here. So right here, I'm just gonna, instead of 21, I would make that 23, and click OK, and then make your Java home variable. I already have mine right here, as you can see. Next step is add Java home \bin to your path. So inside of system variables, there should be another variable called path. There it is. Click edit. And at the end of it, you want to paste this line right here, this semicolon, all the way to the bin. Copy that and paste it right at the end. I already have it pasted, as you can see, so I don't need to do that, but there it is. Java home, bin. That's as far as we're going. So paste that in there, click OK, and click OK. You can leave this part open actually. Now verify that Java is installed. So open a new command window. So to do that, press your start button and then type cmd. That's how I like to open my command windows. Here it is, and then just type Java space version. And you should get, it should tell you which version your Java is. So there, it told me mine. Next, let's go to the next step. Run the PhoneGap sample application. So install Apache Ant. So download Apache Ant. So open this link. You should end up on this website. Scroll down to right here and click on that zip. Let that zip download. And for our purposes, when you're extracting it, because it's a zip file, you have to extract it to drive C and then just Apache ant. So just extract it to this folder, and it'll be easier for us to work with for this guide. You can extract it anywhere you want, really. So next is to create an ant home environment variable. So this is why I told you to keep it open. So let this, once that loads, I can show you how to do it. So we're doing essentially the same thing as Java home. You're going to click new variable, name it ant_home, and for variable value, because we extracted it to this folder, that's what you would put for value. And then we got to add ant home to your path. So then you would open up the edit that path variable again, and I believe I have it right here. You would edit that path variable again, and then you would paste what they gave you, which is essentially the same: the semicolon, %, ant_home, %, /bin. And then once you're done with that, just press OK. You can close it, and you could test your ant. So there it is, just to show you guys what I just did. So you select path, and then you're going to append this to it. So just copy this and add this to the end of path. And once it's installed, you can test it by doing ant -v in your terminal. So here it is, ant -v, and it should tell you what version you have. There it is. That's the version I have. Next is to install the BlackBerry Widget SDK. So download the BlackBerry Widget SDK, version 1.5 recommended. So click that link, and you should end up here. And you want to click download it today. And once you're fill out all of that, make sure you say yes here. Click next. As this loads. And you should end up with an installer that you can download. And then you download the installer. And once the installer is downloaded, you got to run it. And it's a simple process. Just follow all the rules. Follow everything it tells you to do. When it comes to this screen, destination folder, you're going to want to click change. For this guide, instead of installing it there, we want to be installing it here. So when you click change, and you just want to, in the folder name section, write BBWP right there. Everyone can see that, hopefully. BlackBerry Widget Packager. So once that's done, finish off the installer, and next step, download PhoneGap. So download the latest stable release of PhoneGap. So click that link. It should bring us here. Download the zip. So press the zip, download it. And when it comes to extracting it, unzip the contents of the PhoneGap.zip to C dev PhoneGap-0.9.2. You can unzip it anywhere you want, but for this guide, we're going to be using this address, so it's best to follow along. So when you're doing the extraction, make sure you extract to this directory. Next, to build the PhoneGap sample application project. So open a command window, and we already have our command window open. Remember, we just go to the start menu and typed in CMD, and then we opened it up. Change to the PhoneGap BlackBerry Widget directory. So to do that, we have to CD into this directory right here. When we extracted it, this is how it should have looked. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to open up my command prompt. I'm just going to go CD space, because CD is how you navigate in a command. Oh, can't control V. I actually have to go up here and go edit, paste. And this should work. So there we go. I want to CD into that directory. Oh, couldn't find the path, so I have to find it myself. So CD. So right now I'm here, and I could press dir. I could type dir, and it'll show me all the directories I have. So I want to go into dev, because I've already extracted mine. And then I want to go into PhoneGap -0. Oh, I could press tab for autocomplete. And then from here I want to go into there's another PhoneGap folder in there, and then CD into BlackBerry, and then CD into widget. So now I'm in the widget directory. Now we have to create a BlackBerry widget project. So I want to paste this, ant create this line. So just Control C. You don't need the C part right here, just after the arrow. Open that up now that we're in the directory, and you just want to paste that, click enter, and it should be building our project. Build successful. Now the project actually got built in another directory in cdev just named PhoneGap. We're working in the PhoneGap-0.9.2, but this one got built in just PhoneGap. So let's change to the new project directory. So we want to go back a few steps. The backslash here, / I mean, will get us back one directory, and we want to go all the way back to 1, 2, probably 3 maybe. Let's see where we end up with 3. And we want to go back one more actually, so go back 4. Now we're back in the dev. If I type dir for directory, it'll show us all the directories. And as you can see, there's another directory, a PhoneGap directory. So cd into the PhoneGap directory. And in here, we have a BlackBerry directory. So cd into the BlackBerry directory, and then cd into the widget directory. And if I do another dir, I see there's another folder, sample, and that's where we're going into. That's what we created, and that's where we're going into. So I want to cd into sample. And this has my build XML file, my project properties file, my www folder. That's where all my HTML, CSS will go in later if I want to add in my own project. Specify the BlackBerry widget packager. So that's the next step. So we have to actually update this file called project.properties. So instead of doing it I'm going to show you how to do it in your Explorer here. So you're just going to go into dev, PhoneGap, BlackBerry widget, sample. There it is, project.properties. And I'm going to open this in my favorite text editor. For me, it happens to be TextMate. And I'm going to go to the bbwp.dir. And you see this? We're going to replace this with our new directory, which is just this, because that's where we installed our package manager. And paste it over, and then save that. So there, it's saved. I can close that now. Build a PhoneGap sample project. So now, while you're go back to your terminal, your command prompt, and just type ant space build. And this should build your project. As that's building. And the next step's going to be, once it's built, is we're going to want to test it in the PhoneGap sample. We're going to test the PhoneGap sample app in the simulator. So to do that, once this is done, I believe it's still building. This is it would be a lot faster if you're running an actual Windows machine. I'm running Parallels on my Mac right now, which is why it's a little slower. But as it builds, once it's done building, we're going to type ant load simulator. And ant load simulator is going to pop up our BlackBerry simulator. Let me show you how that looks. I have it over here on my other screen. So there it is. It's going to load up my BlackBerry simulator, and then to see your application, you're going to want to go and hit the BlackBerry button, click the downloads button, and it should be in downloads. There it is. And you could click it, and your app should load, and you could test some of this out. There it is, vibrating. Awesome. And now you have a fully fledged BlackBerry app. Congratulations, you've made it this far. There's also an Eclipse portion of this guide if you want to use Eclipse. I don't think you need to use it, so I'm not going to show it in this video. If you guys really want me to make a version with Eclipse, let me know. If there's enough demand, I'll make it. Some quick resources for you guys. Wiki.phonegap.com, docs.phonegap.com. This is a really good one. This is the best place to ask questions. Groups.google.com group and the PhoneGap Google group. That's the best place.